In the previous episode, I discussed pocket hole drilling strategies, then I drilled our face frame holes, then I clamped, glued, and screwed our frame together. Finally, we'll discuss squaring the frame before the glue sets up.
But before I go and crank out a whole bunch more face frames, bring out my framing square to see exactly how square it is. And I mean, pretty right on. I mean, this frame is actually 30 inches across, so it's only about a 32nd of an inch or less off. So the squareness is pretty good. I mean, they're a little forgiving when it comes time to get things set up. Okay, what you see here is a 42 up and down, 42 upper by 48 upper cabinet. Why do you see the pipe at an angle a little bit? That is because I had to rack the frame a little bit to square it back up, because whenever it screwed together it was kind of like a parallelogram. Basically, how can you tell if it's perfectly square on a big cabinet like this? You can take and measure from this corner to this corner, and if it equals this corner to this corner, it's square. Now in my case, what happened was this corner to this corner was too long. It was longer than this corner to this corner. So what I had to do is I had to take a pipe clamp and rack it just a little bit towards the long end. This would be the long end of the triangle, and so it brings it and it pulls it this way just a little bit, which straightens it back up and makes it square again. I don't have any bar clamps that are long enough to go across this thing, so I had to actually use a 60-inch pipe clamp. A note about this 42 by 48 cabinet is it's actually, that's the bottom, and it actually has a 16-inch divider on the left side here, and then a 32-inch section over on this side. So this divider, right now it's rough cut. I did not glue it in while it's racking, but with it being rough cut, it's pretty close. But you can see I can get my final dimensions just by sneaking up on this cut right here and just taking a hairline off until it drops right in there, and then it'll fit. Or what you could do is simply measure from this corner right here all the way down to this corner, and that should be the length of that. And that's probably the route I'll actually take. So for my blind corner cabinet, I've got it measured out exactly where it needs to go as far as that. And then the other cabinet will come right off this. And this here will be some spacer for my hardware and then my overlay. In order to make sure this is the right dimension, what I've done is I've clamped the end grain of the stile here to the rail so it's nice and flush, and I've done that to the other side as well. So the easiest way to do that is simply take measuring and math out of the equation and bring it right up here, and you see it's just a little bit too big. So what I'll do is I'll just sneak up on this until I trim just enough off so this will drop right down in there, and that's how long it will need to be. Upper face frame of one of my cabinets, I need to build a lower face frame for a base cabinet just like this, in the same size and dimensions, except it's going to have 3 drawers in it also. This face frame is currently upside down because I put basically the door widths on here to make sure everything was spec'd out good.
Rather than bore you by assembling all the upper face frames, I went ahead and skipped all that, and as you can see, here are most of them right here.